We'll go back to Let's Play Persona 3 FES. The full. Because apparently that's what FES stands for, is festival. Weird. So, as I continue... Rated L42, man. You know what, actually, I noted down when I started playing Persona 4 Gold. Let me see, when was that? Today is the 20th of April, so it's Easter Sunday. When did I start playing Persona 4 Gold? Persona 4 Gold. I guess it was a few weeks ago actually. It's like, I've mostly been playing it, you know, every day, but there are days where I don't play it at all. When did I start playing it? I'm pretty sure I noted it down here, so. Played it on the 23rd of March, that's when I started playing it. So it's almost a full month, you know, to more or less beat a game, especially a JRPG. I mean, I haven't technically beat it yet. I have beat, you know, the normal final boss. By that I mean the boss where it's like, okay, that's the wrap, everything's good, hey guys? Then you get to the end of the game with all the... You go greet everyone you max out social links with, and then it's like, okay, time to go home, you know, springtime, sorry guys, but I'll probably be back in summer or a break or something like that, who knows, whatever. So anyway, it's like, okay, you can just go home, yeah? And that would be the end of the game, so that would be the final boss. Except for the fact that it's not the true final boss, because you've actually got to make big choices at that point to unveil the hidden truth. Is saying this a bit of a spoiler? Because like, you play the game for the first time, you defeat that boss, and like, yeah, defeat the final boss, and then you're like, so that's it, right? It's like, felt a bit anticlimactic, but that's it, right? I mean, I guess it's kind of, I don't know, actually. Like in Persona 5, the final boss there, it's like its first form. It kind of gives that kind of vibes. But you know, transforms. And that's one thing that bothered me about Persona 5 Royal as well, is it should have been a spin-off. Introducing, you know, the counselor and what's-her-face. It's like, sure, it's neat and all, but for the majority of the game, they're just not there. And then right after you've defeated the true final boss of Persona 5, it was the final boss of the original, not like with Persona 4 where it's like, no, this is the boss before you get to the true final boss. No, because that was legit the true final boss of Persona 5. I played the original Persona 5 first. And what bugged me about Persona 5 Royal is that you get another semester, which is nice and all that, but then you get this, you know, other character interrogating everything where it's like, okay, now they're the final boss. And I felt like the ending of Persona 5 Royal was a bit kind of half-assed. It's like, particularly the animated cutscene, it feels like everyone just kind of like feels more distant than they did in the original Persona 5 ending, so I prefer that. But the point is, you know, I feel like it should have been a spin-off, because, you know, it's a nice scenario and all that, but it just kind of clashes a bit with the rest of the game. Because sure, there are like little bits of it in the background at small points during the game, but it just feels like it's just tacked on, and it kind of clashes. I haven't got to the dungeon yet, but there is going to be a dungeon related to the character Marie, apparently. So, got that to look forward to. I'm in January on Persona 4 Golden, and I imagine that's going to be one where it's like, kind of clashes a bit. It's like, okay, so you got this character that's kind of in the background for the majority of the game, doesn't really do anything outside of when you hang out with them. But are they going to have like a big point to the plot, or is it just something a little bit more personal back to me? Probably the latter, because it feels like the game's still gonna have the true final boss be the true final boss, so it doesn't clash as much, I guess. But I gotta say, it's weird playing Persona 4 Golden and seeing snow, because I wasn't in the original. It's like you defeat the normal final boss, and then I'm pretty sure you get a bit of a time skip in spring. You skip over all of winter for the most part. So it's neat that they give you time to actually do all the stuff. But you know what's not neat? What one thing I can say is truly dog shit about Persona 4 Golden that wasn't in Persona 4. Those stupid freaking hands. In the original Persona 4, you defeat them, they give you jack shit for XP, but give you a lot of money. That was their whole stick. I think they would also run away and stuff like that in the original Persona 4. But in Persona 4 Golden, on the other hand, same thing applies, except you get a shit ton of XP, which leads to overleveling. But they also have a rare chance of dropping a rare item that you can sell to the shop owner during the evening when she has like a bar in place of her usual shop. And the item in question, you gotta sell 8 of these freaking rare drop items to get what I assume is a weapon for Teddy, so that you can give it to Mr. Kasuagi, the teacher at the school, to complete a request for her. And I'm trying to get that out of the way, even though I haven't got to that quest yet, because I'm like 2 requests back on that. But I'm like in the Midnight Channel, not the Midnight Channel, yeah, it is the Midnight Channel, world, TV world. But you know, just trying to get these stupid items. When I first looked, I was like, I only had 1. I had accumulated a grand total of 1 of those items throughout my whole playthrough up to that point. Then I managed to get 1. Just 1. Just 1 drop from these little bastards. And then I got 2 from one of them, so it's like, okay, finally. It's like, we're halfway there, living on a prayer, 4 out of 8. And the whole time I was doing this, I was battling basically every shadow I came across. I wasn't like running around looking for the hands, shadows, fights. It's like, whatever. So I'm already so overleveled. And then by this point, I was like, just done. Just freaking done. I was tired in more ways than one, because it was early hours of the morning. I wanted to go to bed, but I wanted to complete this stupid thing first, but I couldn't. I just was like, fuck it. It pissed me off. It's one of those things where JRPGs, they really have that moment where you feel like the developers have no respect for your time, and it's almost always a side quest, to be fair. But still, it's not about skill, it's about just being tedious as hell. It's like, I feel like I should get a boost in my diligence just freaking trying to get the damn thing, because diligence is a stat in that game. Because, get this right, these hands, I defeated 3 of these little fuckers, didn't drop a single freaking thing, except for money, and a lot of XP. So I'm like level 90 something now, the rest of the teams get like level 80 something as well, so it's completely insane. But I'm not even at the dungeon before the freaking dungeon that leads to the true final boss. I'm gonna be literally maxed out level fighting final boss. I don't think that's ever happened to me. I played Persona 4 at least twice back in the day. So I say that like, yeah, I've played this game so many times, but I only played the original time over a decade ago, and then when I left it, I think those are the only times I ever played Persona 4. Which also comes to mind is I never actually completed the Temperance, and I don't think I completed Naoto's Social Link before, so completing those for my playthrough of Persona 4 Golden has been a first for me. So it's like, neat. Because I don't recall maxing out either of those. But anyways, this is exactly like the last record session. You're gonna have 10 minutes of me rambling and ranting about Persona 4 Golden at the start. And and then we might actually do stuff. But yeah, so keep this in mind, right? Red drop. Not only is there a red drop, and these bastards are freaking sometimes hard to come by, but they also have high evasion. They're immune to everything but physical attacks, usually. And they run away all the freaking time. It's like, this is a common occurrence, and I was like looking up about it. Like, does anyone else find these stupid hands to be as annoying as I do? And you know, I see the exact same thing. It's like, oh yeah, this is what happens, right? Battle starts, they cast like, you know, magic to knock Yosuke on his ass and then run away. Why is it always Yosuke? I'm glad this because he was on the team at that. I should have just gone back with Naoto. Because like using Naoto with the Megiddo spell and Trumpeter with it as well, make quick work of these little bastards. And you know, if it's in a later dungeon where they're not completely immune to dark and light magic, I could just use Alice, because Alice is OP. Because, well, the Die For Me ability I don't think really works on them, because I think that only works if they're not immune and they do have resistance to it. But, you know, using the regular interruption, well, where was I? You know, the Mudo skill, because we got Mudo boost on Alice, and Alice is a persona that you can only make with like 2 specific personas, and it's in this game as well. And it is actually Alice from Alice in Wonderland, except she likes to kill, because she, you know, has Mudo skills and stuff. And her special move is, will you die for me, or something like that, which, you know, if they don't have resistance to death, well, they're dead. But, so yeah. So the fact that they run away all the damn time, and even if you defeat multiple of them, there's still a good chance you don't get anything out of it item-wise. And you need 8 of these freaking items? Fuck whoever thought that was a good idea. That's terrible. Worst addition to Persona 4 ever. That is easily the worst new thing about that game. It sucks. It's horrible. Special capture provided quite an advantage. We are moving closer to the our mission. I wrote down a whole list of things to do, but I'm probably not going to do much of that because, you know, ramble for like nearly a quarter of an hour here. Was Candy here at all? Where even is he? What's the move? Seriously, I maxed out all the skills a lot faster than I thought I would in some way. It's like I maxed out, like I was following a walkthrough for the majority of it, so it makes sense I maxed them all out very efficiently, but I maxed out some stats before it was even maxed out in the walkthrough. Like academics, for example, you know? It's because I got a boost from that book. I got it, like I mentioned previously, 3 academics boosts in 1 study session. Meanwhile, Makoto here, the fact that he's on a 3, he's just, he lacks the skills to, you know, officially max out those social skill stuff. I mean, academics isn't social skill stuff, but it does apply to needs for a social link or 2. And you know, there are certain choices as well, mostly affected by courage and stuff like that, where you can reply certain ways. So man, I want to be alone right now. Ken is probably in his room somewhere. I don't even remember where his room was. I guess it was this one. Yeah. Sunday, 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 Sunday. Well, it's Wednesday and Saturday is quiz night, so can't really you can't even study because Mr. I'm so tired. I was so tired of Persona 4 Golden playing that shit last night. I just wanted to go to bed. I was legit tired. Tired of the game and in general tired because I need to sleep. The worst combination. Let's go for a walk then. Oh, we're gonna run into someone. Oh my god, it's not a lot of coincidence. I mean, we ran out of soy sauce. Does he bite? Hey, it's just a little, I'm just a little scared dog. It's one attacked me when I was a little girl. So, you were scared of guys and now you're scared of dogs. That's really hurt, but ever since. Well, it seems like it's not, Doug. Maybe I'll be okay this time. I mean, you can see how that would happen. You have a traumatic moment in childhood and it carries over as you get older. So it's like if you had a bad experience with a specific animal, in this case a dog, you know, you'll grow up fear of it. Look for a while. Dude, we seem closer now. How can you be any closer? You're basically dating except you don't go on dates. Seriously, it's kind of weird. Because if I remember correctly, as I mentioned before, I remember reading about someone on the team thought it didn't seem realistic for a guy to hang out with a girl and bring up to become friends. Which is funny, because in Persona 4, where they actually, you know, address that and be like, okay, we'll give you the option to go the romance route. You can just be friends. And you actually get that. It's like, Yukiko, if you like, you know, choose the friend option. It's like some dialogue you'll get if you run into her in one of the dungeons in the TV world when she's not in your party. Because sometimes you'll come into a room and there'll be like characters that aren't on your team and boss as well. They'll just stand in the middle of the room, you can talk to them, you can encourage them, they'll give them an item, but only one time. Or you can talk to them. When you talk to her after maxing it out, she even addresses it, just like, you know, about how something along the lines of people seeing like, oh yeah, that guys and girls can't be just, you know, good friends. You know? Just like, yeah, we're good friends all right. Just talking to Chihiro and be like, you're like that with Yosuke, you know? It's like just good friends. So it's like, maybe that was the case, like once we got a Persona 4, they were like, you know what? We were all like, no, that can't be a thing. That's how the guy and the girl be friends without beginning. But then Persona 4 just throws out the window like, nah, you can be friends. Doesn't have to be intimate. So we give you the option. Koromaru is back complaining. So we'll go back to going to Koromaru. Also, I saw comments today that I can't even remember what video it was on, but it was on this Let's Play talking about Persona 3 Reload and how Yukari's social link sounds like it's a bit more of a pain in the ass in the remake to I don't know, because I mean, the way that the comment was worded, it sounds like it's basically similar to the original here, where you gotta have charm maxed out, which is an annoying thing, but sure. So they apparently ended up going with Chihiro on their first playthrough from Sandwich. Oh, this is Bebe. Do you have a minute? I have nothing to do next Sunday. Would you like to do something with me? Sorry, man. I got all plans for Sunday. Oh, that is too bad. Maybe some other time. You are nearly 20 minutes in and you've accomplished nothing. Maybe I hung up. You seem disappointed. You know, at least in Persona 4, when you decline, you don't get that dialogue at the end, where it's like, they seem disappointed. You get the implications by the frowning look on their face usually, but still. It's like, I went with Chie, like, dated Chie in Persona 4 Gold, and there's a moment where it's like, oh, you know what? We went to the shrine yesterday, but, you know, let's be more personal this time. Let's just go alone together the next day. And the first time I turned her down because I was following the walkthrough, and the walkthrough is like, I can't remember, I don't think it had any plans like that, but then I was like, no, what, reload, do it. I can't remember. You're tired. And one other thing that bugs me about Persona 4 Golden is, you know, I like Chihiro's new voice actors and all that, but where is the freaking don't think feel? I barely hear it. It's like the few times I hear it is on a rare occasion if after battle she is the one to defeat the last of the shadows and you don't get shuffle time, which happens like 9 times out of 10 it feels like. So you don't even get the quote at the end, and when she says don't think feel, it sounds more like this. Don't think. Literally too quiet to bloody hear it. It's like, I remember that quote so many times from Persona 4. She would say it all the damn time. What happens? Did they just not record variations of the line, or what? Does this dialogue change a bit? Because she doesn't say much. Morning. Doesn't seem like Chidori is gonna talk, does it? Also, in Persona 4 Golden, you get the uniforms from this school, from Miss Kashiwagi, at 2 points in the year. You get the male ones first, and then you get the female ones later. I think you have to score at the top of one of the exams, I think, which isn't too hard to do if you're like good enough at maxing out the academics, or was it just intelligence or something like that in that game in school, whatever it was. And each character is clearly, you know, they take on the animations and quotes of characters from Persona 3, and Chie is the one who takes after Yukari, because her victory pose at the end is like, yeah, where she does the thumbs up thing, that's totally Yukari, and then Yukiko is obviously Mitsuru, even down to her saying the shadows are getting stronger as she turns. It's like, it's kind of a neat little detail, I like that. Doesn't seem like Chidori is gonna talk, does it? Junpei's really worried about her. I wonder what happens. That's Junpei. Yeah, you're right, but still, I'm a little worried. He fancies her, man. And why is there always a student rushing to school? Playing Persona 4, this guy with glasses constantly running past you on the floodplains or whatever area it was. Was it floodplains? I don't know. Oh, Mikado-kun, that class is so boring, I think. Hey, free at school. I like how you're basically like, yeah, I'm free, all you I think so. But it's like, dot. That's your way of being like, I don't know, man, maybe. We'll see how it goes. Then let's go somewhere if you have time. Oh my god, I was going to the office, well, see you later. Seems like Gary doesn't have much to do at school. Spend some time with her. Well, unfortunately, Yukari, you're not in the schedule for, well, anything for quite a while. Oh man, I'm so used to playing Persona 4 Golden now. It's like, okay, just quickly get the map now. We have to talk to this guy for that. Let's go to the mall first. We're gonna be actually doing the student council today. Have I even got Emperor Persona? I feel like I don't. Oh wait, I do actually. It's right there. Right in my face. Well actually, while we're doing that, let's make sure that I've got the other personas. So what are we gonna be needing? We're gonna be needing... Got that, we need a magician, chariot, 3 steps, and fortune. Any other ones? We're gonna be maxing out a Hierophant as well, but I'm not sure if we actually need a Hierophant solo for that. Going up Priestess, we got Fortune, we got the Tower, we got Magician, we got Chariots. So if anything, I could maybe use a Devil one, but I don't necessarily at the same time, because you know, the night ones We can just do whenever, basically. By the way, I was like, do you want to check in with Elizabeth, see if we got any requests? Yeah. Fruit knife and bring me oil. Kazuki, see guitar. Okie dokie. And then you got these ones, of course. I'm trying to think of who might be the one. Yeah. It's like, it spoils it basically, doesn't it? It's like, yeah, someone will give you this on this date, so, you know, keep an eye out for that. And this one, and let's see, that's gonna be... Is that before we get to top? What's next? Yeah, so we can do that one. What are my requests going to be? Okay, I can do more than one. Man, I forgot to even check these requests. I could do that next time I do a record session. 426 to 138, that's quite high up. I'll go with that one simply so that we'll have a better chance of dropping. Because I don't think they even drop these items until you take on a request. It feels that way. I thought the same way about similar requests in Persona 4 or Golden, but you know. Then I got like the request at the end of the game. It's like, okay, you beat the final boss, but there's like, you know, some stuff you need to get from final dungeon. What, you know, was originally, I guess, you can see it as the final dungeon because it led to the boss before this final boss. You get the idea. But no, I'd apparently got the items because they actually dropped the items. So like, oh, so I don't need to go back and do that. But I went back to do that anyway because, you know, I was still looking at those damn hands. Hands! I hate you. So annoying. Does anyone have any new dialogue? I don't think so. Talk to you. Yeah. There's one thing I want to do though. Before we hang out with Emperor Dude. For the first time in God knows how long. Why did I have to think about that? God damn it. Think about what, you ask, you know? Because it was last year when I last, you know, hung out with him, and that was back when my mole was still alive, so... Because I'm pretty sure the last time we hung out with him was before my mole passed away in June, so it has literally been nearly a whole year since I last hung out with that guy. What am I doing? Oh wait, no, let's check in how much money I got there. Okay, we got plenty. That's obscene. I've got about 400,000 K or so in Persona 4 Golden right now. What are the odds of that? And I've been fighting this golden hand. That's all I got from those little bastards after all that. It's like ridiculous amounts of XP, but not really obscene amount of money. I mean, granted, it is close to 500,000 yen, but still. After all that shit, I would have expected it to be a lot higher by that point. Those them. Because they can drop a lot of money too. Welcome! I would like to have a glass vase. We haven't actually got to that kind of point. Well, I don't know actually. Have I ever given a gift to a character? I can't remember. Maybe it was Chihiro. I can't remember that. Also, another thing I've been thinking about is finally, eventually getting around, let's playing Pokemon Violets. I won the poll like last year, probably around this time, if not earlier. It's been a full year, but because everything that happened last year. Well, yeah, it would have had to have been before all that kicked off, so it has been over a year now. But everything that happened last year derailed any plans I had, and it's still just kind of not as motivated as I was before that. I've just been kind of putting it on hold, but I might get around to it eventually. I don't know when, but eventually I have been thinking about it. And then there's, resuming the Silent Hill Let's Play. That one's even further back in my mind. Because I'll just be playing on hard mode, honestly, and it just sucks. And I haven't played that game in almost a full year, so I'd be rusty as well from that. And I want to, beat the game without killing any enemies as well. It's difficult when they throw enemies at you after right in the subsection. Anyways, I keep ranting. Hey, did you know there's an observatory somewhere on campus? There's one anyway, but I've never seen it. Oh yeah, now that you mentioned that, yeah, there is an observatory. You do actually get to see it. I remember that now. Of course, we only get to see it at one point in the game, but it does exist. I'm pretty sure. I'm waiting for my boyfriend. We're going to the coffee shop near the train station. Like there's a coffee shop beside a fall golden, right? Like I greeted the guy outside, he's like, oh, maybe you can be mature enough to drink coffee. So it's like, sip right in. And then I walked away. They're like, nah, that passed the time. So I literally spent the whole year ignoring that cafe, and I still not gone. And I'm in January of the next year. That guy must be like, that guy tricked me. He said he was interested in our coffee, but he didn't even come in. It's been almost a year. I'm clicking on this thing, it's like, no, this isn't the start of fall gold. Can't check your locker or items. It's trouble with play. That's one of the reasons why, originally I was gonna, be thinking about, playing this on a free reload, the remake that we got that for Christmas. But the thing is, if I play that and I come back to this, we'll have the same scenario that's happening right here. I'll end up rambling a lot about that game, the remake of this. Get nothing done, much like I've done with, Full Gold, rambling about in this part here. And then kind of get confused because, it may be, in the same series, but the gameplay can be a bit different. It throws me off. And the Kodo dancing to the music. I still find it weird how they actually make dancing games for this series. I've never played them, but still, it's kind of a weird choice for a spin-off. It's like, yeah, we know the music's awesome, all that, but you made a dancing game? I just pictured it's like, okay, we have a bonus track. It's like you get oh great, nice. You get to dance to every day's play at your dreams. I don't know, I've never played it. Maybe they do have that little jingle. That would be weird though. Student council room. Yeah, I'm talking big Gucci. Oh yeah, that's right. How do I even should get along well with Gucci? Decided to go to student council. We're gonna have to the student council room. I hope I don't play with student council projects. Yeah, let's fly birds to work on the tasks. Don't look like you're working on anything. It's sort of curious. No, I think he's busy. Just doing what? Busy playing private dick. Oh, you mean what Fushimi was telling me about? Oh, such an odd-sounding name, Fushimi. There's anything of sashimi. Well, it's a tension subject, so you can't really blame him. I understand how you feel. You can go if you'd like. I don't mind. I'm sorry for all the drama. Decided to leave the student counselor. Oh, he's been private dick. Yakugan High School. You can hear someone yelling. So where's your evidence, smart guy? There's no need for evidence. I know all about it. So you're gonna become a corrupt police officer later on. Hidetoshi is like, I don't need evidence to arrest you. Like, that's not gonna hold up in court, Hidetoshi. It's like, I'll bribe my way around. Well, I don't think you could go that far, but you know. You're arrested for beating up a guy in the park and snitched on your rights. That's circumstantial evidence. Oh, he's at it again. That's the third person that he's accused. I've already said he was accused too. He was so pissed off. The guy's gonna get himself punched in the face one of these days. Looks like the punk is going to hit Hidetoshi. What is our response to this? It says any. I guess we'll do. If it's not you, then give me some names. Don't worry, I won't tell anyone. You have my word as a member of this group. You're so smart, don't you? What a loser. Damn snitch. I ain't no snitch. Think you're off the hook just yet. Punk walked away. I'm not sure if I completed the social link when I originally played this. It was on a 3 years back. But he's so like all about authority. You know? He's like, you must respect the rules. You must obey. And I mean, is it just like it comes with the territories, like, or is there a stereotype? I mean, in Japan, I'll pick one disciplinary committee really this hardcore, but they take their job super serious and are complete hard asses. Got it. Looks like you want to see. You need to lighten up. Honestly, that feels like, yeah, you know, you've got to appease the character. You cannot, you know, speak your mind. You can't be like, okay, you know, this guy, he does need to lighten up. Maybe he will as the social link goes by, but you can't tell him that, because he'll get annoyed, and you won't get a little boost. So you gotta feed into their, you know, their ego. Which kind of feels counterintuitive. But I guess you got similar cases in Persona 4, that I character. You know, if you call her out for being too harsh, you know, socially reversed. It's like, god damn, you gotta pick your battles, man. So, good work. You really harassed that guy. Hidetoshi seems satisfied. If we let people get away with breaking the rules, things will only get worse. One day it'll spiral out of control and never nothing. So we should deal with the problem now while we still can. I know what people think of you, but if you try to justify your actions, people will hate you even more. History of proof, perhaps. Speaking of history, I mean, is anyone else? It's like, this is a pretty dark thing, but, you know. The armband, his, you know, his aggressiveness, and he's like, no! It's like, I don't need evidence. I know you did it, and all that. Kind of making me think of the Nazis. So, Hidetoshi, well, so let's serve that serve as a warning to all our thinkers. Kodaku, you're a sensible person, you understand, right? Since that Hidetoshi is beginning to trust you, they should be stronger now. Whose voice rings in your head? But I am there. I shall have best matches created Persona of Africa. You know, it's kind of which one was the Emperor in Persona 5? I can't even remember off the top of my head. Oh, it was Yusuke, was it? You got three very different characters. You know, like, you got Hidetoshi here, he's a hard ass. Then you got Kanji in Persona 4, who initially comes off as this big intimidating dude that, like, you know, lashes out. But he's actually a kind-hearted person that's just kind of a bit rough around the edges and all that. But, you know, it's because he grew up, you know, having an interest that I would consider more feminine. So, you know, because people make fun of him and he's scared of rejection and all that, he basically just, like, you know, takes on this aggressive outlook where he's constantly lashing out at people. He's like, what are you looking at? Stuff like that. I wonder what Hidetoshi's deal is there. Maybe his family is very strict. We gotta get back to business. You should go home before it gets dark. So let's get back to Zom. It's like some of the social links in Persona 3, well, actually some of them, but
hi, how was your day?
quite a number of them are a bit on the weak side compared to, you know, Persona 4 and 5. It's like Persona 4, very few social links that are weak, because they all have some good points, you know. It's like, the nurse one is probably one of the weaker ones, and I guess if you include the Fox and Margaret, then those by default would be the weaker ones, because there's not really much going on there. It's like, Margaret is just making personas for her, and the Fox is just completing quests, which are nice and all, but when it comes to, you know, the Fox, it's just a freaking Fox. You return to see the Fox, rank up, that's it. And then at the end you get to see his family or something, that's it. You don't really get much of a character development there. It's more about the side quests there. Then at the hospital and won't be back till later. I hear that girl Chidori wants to say anything. Maybe we should wait to go to the TARDIS until things are under control. Jacob member Chidori has been sent to a Eurasia-run hospital. Zero and currently on their way there. Be sure to take the time then. To Senpai, Senara Senpai, officer at hospital. Question of Chidori must not be going there. He slipped through Lucia's net when they encountered him last time too. Most likely it was due to his ability to distract. We only saw two of them, but the girl must have been somewhere close. I seems to really like that girl. What should we do? You know, I'm just realizing the camera, the controls different from Persona 4 Golden. Because if it is, it feels like it's throwing me off. Still saying the same about him? Persona doesn't have any weaknesses. Well, your Persona have a weakness. This Persona has to have a weakness. And I don't. But Persona also doesn't have any resistance, so I guess that makes sense. Well, you know, Naoto doesn't have any weaknesses, and her Persona is immune to light and dark. Bit of an oddball character compared to everyone else who has, you know, the one weakness. Oh, that reminds me, I made Kaguya the strongest Persona of the Aeon kind of Persona 4 Golden in the lead up to the final boss, and it has a lot of immunities off the bat, but because of abilities I inherited from the Personas I used in the fusion, it was basically unstoppable. It couldn't be attacked by physical attacks, and aside from ice, that was basically the only attack that would do normal damage, and it had resistance to wind skills by default. Every other one though, completely negated. Can't be hit by any of the other attacks. So OP, it's just a shame that the only abilities it had were support abilities and, you know, armor skills. So I basically spent the normal final boss battle just healing, basically. Like, I'll use this persona because you can't hit me. You'd be like, oh yeah, he uses God's hand. Well, God's hand can't protect this because he's immune to physical attacks. Then they use like Megiddo and this other attack and actually did it. So it's like, okay, so those ones bypass the defense. Still, pretty OP. You can make a persona with so much resistances. Not even resistances, but just outright immune to the majority of attacks. That's crazy. Man, it's like, this part's gotta be split at some point, and it's probably gonna be, not long after, the student council thing. So it's gonna make that part basically the same as the part before it, where it's like a lot of rambling, and then one socialing, and that's it. We gotta up our game here. We're just rambling too much.